Hello and happy Tuesday. My name is Wendy Lee, and you can find me at creativeleeyours.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US and very excited to be with you here today. Now, this video is pre-recorded because I can't be with you live, but I never want you to miss out on our creative fun together. So I pre-recorded and uploaded this for you. And if you've got any questions, just let me know. So let's see, what is the date? It is November. Dun, da, da. Let me check my calendar. Isn't that terrible? I don't know what day it is. It all starts to blur together. The 7th. It's November 7th. 2023. So yes. All right. So I've got some fun, a little bit of fall fun for you today. This month's all-star tutorial video class bundle features the autumn leaves, or all about autumn, I guess is the name of the suite. And so I'm bringing you a project to share for our hop that's taking place tomorrow, right? Oh, I think my ear things I just lost sound. Let's see. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take them out because I think I just lost sound. Let's see if we can switch it. Let's switch that and see if that is okay. Checking my connections. Okay, looks like everything's switched over. So hopefully you can hear me. That's a good thing, right? Hard to do a project when you can't hear what's going on. Before I switch over, I've got three classes registrations open right now. I have the oh my goodness gracious, Wendy. It is the Sending Cheer Stamp-a-Stack. So that is it. If you want to take the easy way out, right, on handmade Christmas cards, take advantage of that. It is 5 card designs. I've got a sneak peek behind me. Yes, 5 fabulous card designs, and it's the standard kit has 3 of each cut kits in it. So you'll be able to make 15 cards. And then there's an option to double that. So if you need more cards for your Christmas cards, you can get 30 cut kits. So all you have to do is stamp and assemble, and you're good to go. So I've got that registration open. It closes on Saturday. And then I've got the Warmest Heart class registration open, and that is a collaboration with our Makers Mojo design team, and it's a 5 card class, and that registration closes on Sunday. Super cute cards. And then of course, Cultivated Creativity, my DIY paper crafting subscription. We are featuring the Winter Owls this month, and oh, those cards are stunning. Well, I should say more than cards, because there's always a card as well. So we've got some gorgeous projects for you for that one as well. So those are all open. Cultivated Creativity ends always on the 20th of the month. We switch over to another featured stamp set on the 21st. So, all right, let me go ahead and switch the camera over, and let's start our crafty fun today. Dun, da, da. There it is. Okay, so today, like I said, we're going to use this Autumn Leaves stamp and die bundle that is from the All About Autumn suite. And I normally don't do my die cutting on camera, but we're going to do a little bit today because I'm showing you a technique that we're going to have to die cut after. So here's the project we're making. So it's a gatefold, but it's over to the side. So it's a little side gatefold. And we're going to do a watercolor technique with these leaves here, just because it's kind of fun, right? Something a little different. So this is the All About Autumn Designer Series paper. And yeah, it's just fast and easy, but we're going to bring in a little bit of that watercolored look. Now, I will not say that I am a fantastic, over-the-top, wonderful watercolorer. I dabble. But we're doing it today because I want you to dabble as well. And I want you to give it a try, right? It's maybe not a comfortable place to be, but I say give it a go. And the more you do it, the better you get at it, right? So I'm going to start. This is a strip of watercolor paper, and I'm taking my blending brush. And this is crushed curry ink pad. Hopefully my light doesn't fall over. You know, my testy light here likes to go a little crazy. So I'm going to put some crushed curry onto my watercolor paper. Now, I like to put a lot of color on here. You do what makes you happy, right? So we've got our little curry. Next, let's add some pumpkin pie. It's a little bit of an orangey color. I'm going to overlap them. It's okay. Pumpkin in there. Pumpkin right here. Get a really nice depth of color in there. Okay. Now let's switch. I'm going to switch blending brushes as well. I'm going to put some Cajun craze. A little bit of Cajun craze. Going into a little bit more of a red. Reddish, orangish brown, right? And I've got another color on this blending brush. I did not clean my blending brushes and use clean ones for each one. Normally I would, but for this, I decided not to. All right, now let's add in some copper clay. A little bit of copper in our color here. Brings out a nice deep tone. I'm just gonna fill in my white spots with some copper clay. Right here. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, our next part we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in some water. So I have this handy because I will make a mess. Now I'm using a water painter, but I'm not going to really paint it on or use it like I would normally. I'm going to splatter. So I'm going to put some splatters on, and then I'm going to dab it with my paper towel here. So I like to use a lot of water for this. And the reason I'm dabbing the paper towel is that I don't want this to blend too much. I actually want those water spots on here. So I found that if I let it dry natural, which is my normal tendency, right? I like to just let it dry and do its thing. But what I was finding is my colors were blending more than I wanted them to blend, right? So if I did it this way, my paper towel is allowing me to blot it and see how I'm getting these nice water droplets, splotches on here. I love that, right? That light and dark. I think that gives the leaves so much more character. So I'm being excessive. It's okay. Dabbing up that water. So I'm going to get different layers of color, right? If you like this, you guys have to let me know. Now, could you take your fingers and dip it in the cup and splatter it as well? You totally could do that. I felt like I had a little more control with the brush than if I did that. Super cool, right? I love all the water splotches. Let's get a few more in here. Dab that off. This might turn out better than my original one. My original one, I didn't get as many, like I said, I let it kind of blend more than I really wanted it to, instead of having the more splotchy look. Okay, so normally I would walk away. I would let this dry and do its thing on its own, but I'm going to bring in a heat tool and we're going to dry this, and then we're going to die cut our leaves, right? Let's go ahead and bring in a heat tool. Get this nice and hot. Okay. And I'm just going to dry this paper. Now, I feel like when I dry it with the heat tool, I'm going from the back side here, that it makes the color not as vibrant. Just my personal opinion. I've got lots of great splotches going on here. Do some work on the back. I don't know if that helps my color not fade or not. Okay, I'm gonna call that dry enough. It's not really totally dry, but it'll be dry enough for what we're gonna do. So now I'm gonna bring in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Just because that's handy and I can pull this in camera. I can't really see it in camera, but we're gonna do it. Now, you guys know I don't follow directions on my mini. It says to use a plate 1 and 2 plate 2s. I substitute one of the plate 2s for a plate 4 because I feel like it does just fine and I don't struggle. You know, if you have your plates all aligned even, sometimes it's hard to get it to feed through properly. So I just avoid that altogether and don't worry about it, right? So let's see, where did I put the dies? And I am going to want 2 of each. And the nice thing is that there are 2 dies of each. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of them on here at the same time. So we'll see what we get. Oh, let's see if I can get them on here. Here we go. The little ones. Slide in there. Slide another one in there. I might be able to get them all in one. And I've got plenty of paper left over, right, in this strip to cut more if I want to. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to slide that and get that cranking. Try not to go too crazy and shaky. Bear with me. All right, so that should have cut, hopefully. Find out in just a moment. I already put everything away, assuming it's going to cut just fine. Yes, it cut just fine. All right, so kind of fun, right? So we've got these really cool multicolor. Just move these and I can pop those out of the paper. We've got these really cool variegated multicolored leaves, watercolored leaves. So I think it's just kind of a fun way to give you a different look, right? Try something new. So kind of cool, right? My fingers are orange, but that's okay. Nifty. All right, so let's take these and put our card together. So I've got my card front, and let's bring in our Simply Scored, because I am going to score this. And we need to change our markers, otherwise I will score it wrong. So I want to score it at 3 inches and 7 1/4. This is going to give me my gatefold. So again, I'm doing an offset, not the standard centered gatefold. Okay. I'm going to fold along these score lines. Get those with a crease. Okay, and I'm going to flip it to the back as well. Just really want a nice good crease there. So that's my card base right there. Let's go ahead and do the inside first. I've got a piece of Very Vanilla and a little strip of the Designer Series paper. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere those together. Silicone craft sheet, where are you? There it is. Always need my friend. Anytime my tape runner's not running, just a quick run on that silicone craft sheet and it fixes it. And I'm choosing to leave a little bit of vanilla showing there. And then what I did on the inside was I've got my leaves kind of falling, right? Kind of looks like they're falling to me. So let's take this one and let's take this kind of yellowy one. Take this more contrast orangey one. Okay. So let's go ahead and just liquid glue these bad boys in. Now you could use Stampin' Seal if you prefer. Because I've got the shapes that I'm dealing with, I've chosen to use liquid glue, even though that is not my normal, it's not my go-to adhesive. I will use it, obviously. But it is not my first choice when I am crafting. I am a Stampin' Seal girl all the way. Fun, right? Just kind of having those leaves fall. Now you could add one of the sentiments to the inside if you want to. I'm choosing to leave this one blank for today. And we're just centering this top to bottom, left to right, best that we can. Nice. All right, now we're ready to decorate the outside. So I've got my strips of copper clay and some designer paper, and I just used the same piece and cut strips off and flipped that over. So this is a great way to use that 6x6 paper, right? Sometimes I find 6x6 a little harder to use because we tend to want to make a whole card front out of it, and then you end up with all these 2-inch strips, right? Well, this way you've got some skinny strips that you can use, skinnier strips, and it allows you to use some of that leftover that you've got. Now here I'm just cutting it all out of one sheet, but I could have, if I had those leftover strips, I could have done that. And I could have mixed and matched. This is the same one, front and back, but I could have mixed and matched it with another print in the pack as well. There's so many gorgeous prints. I love the, this is a specialty paper, so you've got that lovely copper metallic in the designer paper, which is fun. All right, so we've got those on, super cute. Let's do our sentiment next. So I've got a little strip of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I did it in copper clay before. I think I'll keep that in copper clay and put that down. Now, if you're not getting good stamped images with photopolymer, try putting the foam pad underneath it. I'm not having any issues with this stamp set, so I didn't really need it. And then if you'd like to angle cut these ends, go ahead and angle cut those ends, because that's kind of a fun way to add a little style to it without die cutting. So it makes it a little simpler. And this is going to go right on the front of our card. So you can see I've got it layered. I've got this popped up over the top of that little cluster of leaves. So we can go ahead and make our little cluster of leaves, kind of eyeball this, right? Like put this down, kind of see where we want it. Looks like I used a couple more leaves on that front one, so I should cut a couple more. I could stop with just 3 and not put as many as I put on the original card. What to do? I have paper to do more. Do I do it or do I don't? I don't know if it needs it. It's kind of nice without all of that extra. But I don't want it to look too plain either. No, I'm going to cut a couple more. Let's just pull in our baby, our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss again. And we will get a couple more leaves out of that little piece of paper we've got left. Why not? Let's get it in that orangey section. That's kind of fun. And then this in that yellowy. Okay. And run that through. Shake it up. And we've got these last 2. All right. One more time. Put that away, put that away. Oops, my leaf wanted to stick. Okay, so now we've got our other leaves in here. Oh, I like that really orange one. That's kind of fun. Tuck that over there. And tuck this one down here. Yeah, I kind of like it with all the extra leaves, right? It's kind of fun. And yeah, okay. So I'm eyeballing this. I'm going to go ahead and slide these up a little bit. I'm going to start just building this little cluster of leaves here. So we'll put our liquid glue on the back. And I'm starting it about right here. So I can keep checking, I'm bringing this in to see what I like and what I don't like as I build that. Now, a lot of times if I'm doing a collage like this, I will take a photo, right? And do it based off, you know, that. So you can take a photo and then come back and look at it so that you can place down all your other images really easily. I'm just going all in. And these can hang off the edge if you'd like to. Just know that you'll see the back of it from the inside of the card when you open it. So am I happy with that? Do I need to slide anything around? Maybe we'll do that really quickly. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our sentiment. See what I got here. All right, got a sheet that I've used almost the whole thing up, but a few left. And I'm not going to go all the way over to the end because I want it to hang over this side flap. But if I stick it down, I won't be able to open my card, right? So we want to make sure that we don't have adhesive on that part. Double check. Yes, we're good. We are good. So that way it's not connected to this other side. Super fun, right? I think it is. All right, let's add our bling. Little bling. Gotta have some bling. So these are the adhesive back sparkle gems, one of my absolute favorites. Love these. We're just going to sprinkle on a few. These little gems. And there we go. Voila. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So I hope that you guys will give this a try. And let me know what you think. If you're enjoying the content, give me a thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing all right. And please invite your crafty friends to join us. Take a break on Tuesdays with us and have some fun, right? A little crafty fun. All right. Thank you all so much. If you've got questions on anything, please let me know and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much and bye for now.